Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video. What I'd like to show you is Home Alert. It's a little gadget that I built using a large dot matrix display from Freetronics. It's this display here, nice bright red. It's only $40, very easy to use. Comes with a very handy, easy to use library. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. The idea behind this project is to build a simple notification system. What I'd like to be able to do is to use this display, which I can see from many meters away, so that I can send it a message. Well, each display has got an ID, which is hard-coded onto the Arduino that powers it, and I can send a message to my display, which will be showing, and I can even buzz it. So I can make a noise. So submit that, and then wait for a minute. So the gadget checks with the web server every minute. Once a minute comes up, the buzzer goes off and the message is displayed onto the screen just like this. So I'd like to show you what the basic components of my little gadget are. First of all, there is a web service that my little application runs on, and I've decided to run the web service and host it on a platform called Heroku. So Heroku is a very handy technology to be familiar with. What you can do is you can deploy applications on it and not have to worry about any of the system administration tasks of running applications. There's the buzzer. I should probably stop that now. So I'm going to submit the same form, but with the checkbox unchecked, so that will disable the buzzer. So yeah, Heroku is a platform that takes care of all the system administration tasks involved in running web servers, web applications and web services. It can speak multiple languages. You can see here it's got the ability of running Ruby on Rails applications, Java web applications, Node.js and Python Django applications. Very well documented. In my case, the application is built on top of Ruby, but I'm using the Sinatra framework. A lot simpler to build applications using Sinatra. So there's 3 lines of code. In this case here, I build a very simple web server that responds to the hi URL and displays this little message. That's a component. I've also used Redis. So Redis is an open source key value pair store. So think of it as a very simple database where instead of storing your data in tables, the records are stored in pairs. So you have a name which is unique throughout the database and a value assigned to that name. And very, very fast. It's an in-memory database. So I'll show you how that was integrated with my little application. On GitHub, in case you're curious, on GitHub I've got all the code publicly available. So this is the URL here, and what I've got is the Sinatra application. So for example, so look at the application is actually implemented using in this file here, the WebRB file. So this is the application that runs when I access my home -alert.herokuapp.com. So this page here is served by running the code in my Sinatra application. It's a single file that implements the application. The database is provisioned like this, so this is all I need to do in order to get the database and access it. So creating an instance of the Redis object. Yeah, feel free to have a look at this and use it if you want to. And also on the same repository, I also have provided a sketch that you will run onto your Arduino. So here it is. So quite involved. I'm not going to get into the details here. It's all here. Another pointer for any of you that would like to implement something similar is that I have all the documentation and description of how to build something like this on my Instructables article. So just go to Instructables and search for home. Oops, sorry. Search for home alert. Here it is. So click on home alert, and I've got everything documented in a lot of details. Other components that are used in home alert include, of course, there's the Arduino. Also got a real-time clock breakout so that I can display the time and the date. There's a buzzer that makes all the noise, and I'm also displaying temperature and humidity using the DHT22. The way that I've set up my my gadget in my case is that I used a bit of Velcro, 3M Velcro strips. I stuck a couple of strips on a battery pack on the back of the display, and then stuck the battery pack on the back of the display. And I've also stuck the Arduino itself with the Ethernet shield on top of the battery pack. So now I've got everything stuck against each other, and I'm even using the battery pack with the Arduino on it as a stand for the screen to sit upright. So I actually really like the Fritronics DMT display. Is really bright from a long distance, even without any additional power. So if you want to make it even brighter, you could connect additional power to the display, and that would probably blind somebody. Another very nice feature that I'm going to experiment with sometime in the near future is to connect, I believe, up to 4 displays in a daisy chain manner, so that way you can display much larger letters in your messages. So you can have a much larger display like that. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you find this useful and interesting. Don't forget to have a look at Instructables for all the details in writing, and happy to hear your feedback.